Hi everyone. I hope you are doing well today.
We are here to discuss 4 possible reasons behind having several living deities in our hometown.
The first reason is, in the olden days, we used to hear stories of individuals making the decision to transform themselves into something such as a river or a statue. This transformation would sometimes occur due to misunderstandings between spouses, or because of a warrior who was not adequately compensated or appreciated by the community after a victorious war. This instance is among the reasons why we have 1 or 2 living deities in our community.
More so, we have some deities that have been in the forest before we human beings went there to build our buildings. For instance, when we were looking for a suitable location to establish our hometown, we would search for places near streams or rivers. In some cases, we discover that certain deities had already been in existence in those locations before our arrival. This is the second reason why we have 1 or 2 orishas in our hometown or community.
The third reason why we have living deities in our hometown, some may suddenly appear, often detected by farmers or hunters. For example, a farmer might go to his farm someday and return the next to find something mysterious that was not there before. Similarly, hunters who frequently go to the forest might unexpectedly encounter something mystical in a spot where they typically rest and refresh themselves during their journeys. These occurrences contribute to the discovery of 1 or 2 deities in our hometown.
Fourthly, there are benevolent individuals such as acute priests, Asan priestesses, or others who possess spiritual gifts that may come to live in our hometown. Sometimes, we may have invited them to help us during difficult times. If these individuals see that we welcome them and show gratitude after they successfully overcome our challenges or conquer wars for us against our enemies, they may choose to remain in our hometown to continue providing healing and assistance during times of need. They may transform themselves into a stream or any other form so that we can meet them there whenever we require help. That is why we have some living deities in Yoruba land.
When we are talking about those ceremonials like Oranmila, Ogun, Osun, Aya, Abatala, and other orishas, let's consider ourselves as human beings. Many of us have lived in several communities where we were not born. As we lived in those communities, if we were generous or useful to the people in any way, they may continue to call upon us for help even when we are no longer living there. If we are fortunate enough to own a home or building in that town, we may pass on the responsibility to one of our children or disciples to continue our work there. It's important to note that once people have associated our name with that house, they may continue using our name to refer to the area to this day.
Ògbèsè bọ́ lọ́ọ̀kanràn, èmi lọ wá dédi òpó, adífáfọ́rọ́ tí ń ṣàwórè lé olómù, ọ̀rọ̀ àwo olómù ló dífá fún olómù, ńjọ́ tó jí níjoojúmọ́ tí ń kọminú ogun. Ǹjẹ́ ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ tàbí olómù ń lo ṣe yìí, ọ̀rọ̀ ò sì fi gbogbo ara dígun.
Ogbesabo Aloa Kumarnemi Loa Dadiopo, name of Au, cast Sifa divination for Oro when he embarked on his divine journey to Olomu's palace. Oro, the Ifa priest of Olomu, cast Sifa divination for Olomu when he was panicking for war. Oro consulted Ifa for Olomu and asked Olomu to make a sacrifice to prevent the war from entering his territory. Olomu asked Oro about the specific sacrifice, as that was the reason he had summoned him. Oro prescribed the sacrifice, which Olomu immediately made. After the sacrifice,
Ar intended to continue his journey. However, upon reaching the outskirts of Ograve Grave town, Ar discovered that the war was approaching. He contemplated what needed to be done to prevent the war from entering Ograve Grave town, as he did not want to appear as a liar to the people of Ograve Grave town, considering he had performed the sacrifice for them regarding the same war. That's when Ar transformed himself into prickle trees and used himself to cover all of Ograve Grave town to prevent the war from entering. That's how Ar helped the people of Omu to conquer the war. After a few days, the people of Omu Grave realized that there were no sounds of war anymore. They went to the outskirts of their town to investigate what had happened.
Upon arriving, they found Oro standing there, has covered the entire Omu town. They quickly identified him by his bag, Apo Agbira. It was at that moment that they shouted, Oro, despite the fact that we did not give birth to you in the Omu community, and you used your entire body to block the war.
In Yoruba land, Orokute has become an Orisa, also, an unforgettable person in that community and can never be forgotten because of his benevolence. If this story is misinterpreted by future generations, they might mistakenly believe that Orokute was born in the Omu grave community.
These are the reasons why we have several deities within our community.
Thanks for watching Ahanalado TV.